Okay, I know I just did a video, but I'm doing one more because I'm making supper. My husband ran to Lowe's because we got a new refrigerator and the water connector doesn't work. And so we've got to fix that. But I was sitting here thinking as I was making food and I was like, man, I didn't feel like I covered enough about the food, and I really wanted to dive into that part of it because I get that question every single day. What do you eat and how is it going? And so we're having my dad over tonight for supper, well, my parents. And so we were gonna grill, but we are having tacos. And so I wanted to tell a lot of you, I think in the video that we just made, or that my husband and I just made a few minutes ago, if you look below, scroll through the KetoMOM page, we briefly talked about people kind of talking about their mom bod or their dad bod or just being okay with being okay, right? And so is okay? It's kind of funny. Yes, but what I want to tell you is something that I truly think that people sometimes give in and think it's too hard to switch the way they eat for one simple reason, that it's easier to grab the easy foods, right? It's easier to go through the gas station. It's easier not to plan. And so therefore, while people make fun of the dad bod and the mom bod and they make jokes about it, they don't feel good. Like, you can tell me all you want and put a smile on your face, but at the end of the day, I hear people complaining about how they don't sleep and how they don't feel well. They can't get up and move, or they're just tired, right? They want to lose some weight. So while it's a joke, to joke about your health and fitness, it's really not a joke. And so we have just gotten really passionate about it, but in a simple way. I need you to understand something. Our family is not perfect. Our family simply took an idea and a concept of eating keto or low carb, and we just implement it into our family's life, one meal and one thing at a time. So for example, I'm making tacos right now, which I think I need some more meat. And I'm gonna take you with me. Ignore my messy house. We did one thing at a time. So for example, I'll show you. We stopped buying bread. That was a huge thing. It's like, okay, we're not gonna buy bread anymore. Look at this new fridge. Isn't this kind of fun? It's a big one. And then there's a freezer on the bottom. This is the one that we got. And my water thing doesn't work. I really like fridge water. I like my water cold. But, okay, the first thing we did is we stopped buying the bread. And this is what we use for bread. Or we'll use low carb wraps. My kids are not strict keto. My kids are, I feed them the best that I can. So my kids will use low carb wraps. We get them at Target. We get them at Walmart. They're not gluten free. But they're like 3 grams of carbs. But they don't always use them. Or we put egg salad or tuna fish or meats or bacon, or we're gonna have tacos in these taco boats tonight, right? Or we'll just make a taco salad. You can crunch it up, but these are super great. This is your bread. You swap the bread for this. So swap this for that, right? A lot of things, the first thing that we did when we started eating this way is we started with breakfast. And so if you look, I should show you my fridge. Hold on one second. Okay. I know we've got a lot of eggs. Usually I would love to buy eggs from a farmer. I just don't have somebody right now. So this is a lot of eggs. We swapped out the cereal for bacon, eggs, and we get sausage from Costco. And so we swapped that out first. And then after that, after our breakfast was swapped out, after the cereal boxes were gone, after all of that was gone, and we felt solid with breakfast, my kids were great. Sometimes they'll have berries, sometimes they'll have keto pancakes, but we kept it super simple. And after that was taken care of, then we moved on to snacks. So if you saw actually in here, my kid, and again, everything's not nitrate free. So like we do the best we can. My kids love salami, and I think that comes from Costco. Actually, Aldi's. We love Aldi's. Or my kids love pepperonis. So they'll have pepperonis. There's beef sticks. They have cheese sticks. Usually we have vegetables in there just cut up with ranch. Pickles, our kids love these from Costco. So after we got all of that figured out, and I stopped buying the goldfish, like my kids will have hard-boiled eggs. Yes, I cheated, but these are really good, and they're really easy to make egg salad. So after that, what we decided to do is we said we've got breakfast under control. Here's your snack options. For lunch, we just stopped buying the bread, and then it was leftovers. And for supper, we just got rid of the pasta, potatoes, rice, and bread. And that's what we did. And so I went to Pinterest, and I was trying to just find simple meals. And so I honestly took the same kind of idea, like tacos, right? And we've got sour cream, we've got lettuce wraps, we've got salsa, we've got guacamole. Yes, a lot of you make your own salsa. I don't. And we've just got those simple things. I'm trying to look around and see what else we have in here. We're going to make these on the grill. We grill a lot. Pork chops, so we've got some really good pork chops we'll have tomorrow. And that's what we did. We took one meal at a time, one snack at a time, and started implementing those foods. And I need to tell you something, because remember, it's easy to go through the drive-thru. It's easy to grab something that's like a Pop-Tart, right? Or an Eggo waffle. I totally get it. So it does take a little bit more prep time. There were times I went to the grocery store in tears because I would come home, and like I said, we started 3 years ago in June. So 3 years ago this month we started, and I remember going to the grocery store going, I don't know what to make. And then I soon realized, after just going, okay, we love lasagna, what could I do? Oh, zucchini noodles. So I made that into a meal, right? We love tacos. What do? Just get rid of the soft shells. We do hard shells, or we just use lettuce wraps. What else do we love? We loved hot dish. So I just grabbed a whole bunch of cauliflower, some meat, some cheeses. We started doing that. I just took every single meal that we liked. We love breakfast. We love keto pancakes. I went, how could I swap this for that? How could I go on here and make this a little bit better? That's what we did. And then there were certain things that we just had to stop buying. So sometimes people go, man, at night I'm sitting and I really just want to grab something that's in the cupboard. And I'm like, well, your biggest challenge as far as food goes, you need to get it out of your house. And the excuse is like, well, my kids want it. So I could ruffle a little bit of feathers on that, because what I'm finding is, and I talked about this in the video we did like 10 minutes ago, remember, if you don't talk about being fat, or if you don't talk about going on a diet, your kids will join you. And if it's not in your house, eventually your kids will eat it, right? So I know you've got picky eaters. I was the picky eater. My kids ate anything, and they still do. And they don't love everything, but I was the one that did not eat anything green, didn't touch a vegetable that wasn't in a can until 3 years ago this month, and I'm not kidding. Never ate lettuce, never ate vegetables. I loved cream corn. Like, disgusting. But I didn't really know what I didn't know, and I didn't struggle with my weight. I didn't realize how tired I was until I felt better. That's what most people's stories is like, they'll joke about having the dad bod, right? Like, it's funny, I feel great. You don't know how good you can feel. Like, that's the honest truth. Oh, you haven't slept in a year, so it's not a big deal. I feel fine. But when you actually have a good night's sleep because you're feeling your body right, you're going to go, I didn't know that I slept so bad, or I didn't know that I was so tired. I didn't know that I was so crabby, until you start feeding your body well. And then all of a sudden you go, I had no idea I could feel this great. That's what happened to our family. And so in the very beginning, 3 years ago, we got a lot of grief. We got a lot of people that tried to sabotage or tell us we were doing it wrong. We should never do that to our kids. And now we've got more people than ever going, okay, how do I do this? I want to feel better. I want to have more energy. I want to have more focus. I just want to feel better. So this is my encouragement to you. If you had a bad day, I was talking to one of you ladies today. If you had a bad day yesterday and you may have binged on food, guess what? Today's a new day, or tomorrow's a new day. Every day is a new day for you to go. You take one meal at a time. So breakfast, right? You conquer that, then lunch, and then supper. You choose physically what goes into your mouth. So try to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and think about the foods before you add it in there, right? Or before you put it into your grocery cart. It can be a little stressful, right? But it is what it is. My husband and I were just talking a little while ago, and he yelled at me. He said, stop it, right? I was telling him about this lady, and I was like, hey, I really need to help her. What should I tell her? And he said, tell her to stop it. And he like screamed it at the top of his lungs. I was like, what do you mean? And he said, we listened to a video at one of the events that we were at, and we were learning about leadership and how to be a better leader. And one of the videos they showed, this lady came in, and she was coming in because I think she was afraid of something. But the whole concept was, every time she said, well, I'm afraid of this, or I don't want to do this, or I need to do this, and he would say, stop it. I mean, sometimes there's nothing I can tell you. There's nothing I can give you. There's nothing that I can show you. There's no list that I can go, here, follow this. You just have to go, stop it. I'm done choosing the bad foods. I'm done making excuses. I'm done going, ha ha ha. I mean, I feel great when you don't. Like, you have to make the physical decision to go, I'm done. I want to feel better. I want to plug into making myself feel better, and then you can help your family after you're feeling better. So drink water, one meal at a time, one step at a time, one snack at a time. And I hope that's helpful. Don't get overwhelmed. If for some reason yesterday you had a bad day, guess what? Get to have a better day today. Or tomorrow, go to the grocery store and don't even plan for an entire week if that stresses you out. Go for 3 days. Plan 3 meals. I'll do it for you. Go grill up some burgers, grab some taco meat, grab some chicken and some broccoli, grab some good organic butter, and some avocados. Like you don't have to be super Pinteresty. You don't have to make this a massive recipe full of all of these ingredients, because if I see a recipe full of more than 5 ingredients, I get overwhelmed. And so don't mess up good for perfect. If you're doing strict keto, a couple of things that you need to know. You may throw off your electrolytes. So grab some lemon and some Himalayan salt, throw that in your water. If you ever feel like you've got a headache, that will help tremendously. Electrolytes. So if you're going low carb, really strict keto, you're gonna have to have electrolytes, and you're gonna have to drink a lot of water. That's it, plain and simple. Electrolytes, water, you can go look for an electrolyte like in an organic section at your grocery store. You can get some potassium or magnesium. We drink something called CALM, C-A-L-M. You can drink it at night, it's magnesium. And again, I know we talked about, who drinks this? This is totally random. My husband takes shots of apple cider vinegar. Yuck. I don't even know what it's for. All I know is sometimes he does this and it tastes yucky, but it's supposed to be really good for you. So totally random. It was sitting on my counter. So I hope that's helpful. We're having tacos tonight, then we're going into the reboot for the next 60 hours. So share here, what does your meal plan look like for the rest of this next couple days? My children are going to be eating super simple because I'm not eating for 60 hours after this meal. But what are you going to be doing? So we've got pork chops in there after our 60 hours. We've got tacos. We always have chicken. We always have stuff for breakfast. I have lots of frozen vegetables in there. So I hope you have a great day. Share what you're going to be eating over this next week. Let me know what questions you have. Don't mess up good for perfect. And remember, good, better, best. Aldi's, Costco, We Love Hy-Vee, whatever grocery store you go to, guess what? You can find great options if you go out to eat. You choose what you order. So croutons off the salad, buns off the burgers, lettuce wraps. Keep that in your mind. Keep it simple. And, somebody asked why a 60-hour fast. So good question really quick. And I talked about the reboot in the last video that I just did. So it's no different than if you have to reboot. Why do we do a reboot? A lot of people does anybody do intermittent fasting? So my husband intermittent fasts. He stops eating after supper time, and he doesn't eat till the next day at lunchtime, but he adds in his fat coffee, and he drinks his pure therapeutic ketones. If you want to know what I'm talking about, watch the video that I just did 15 minutes ago. So intermittent fasting is just like a daily fast you can do. It helps with gets you into strict ketosis. Your body's using ketones. It helps, like if you're eating higher fats, like the butter and all of those things in the morning in your coffee, or we use keto cream or the pure Keto Max. It just prolongs your fasting. Fasting is great, and there's actually more and more research coming out about fasting, about focus, what it does to the brain. The 60-hour reboot is just that. It's no different than if you have to reboot your phone, right? Like you've got a phone, it slows down, you reboot it. Same with your computer. Same with a car. Lots of things, right? Things just need a reboot, or they need to get their engine fixed. Your body needs the same thing. So there are people that are joining me starting tonight that have been doing keto for a long, long time and maybe have reached a plateau. There are people who are like, I'm brand new, I'm just going to start and I'm going all in, I want to do a reboot. There are people that have like, I'm not doing a reboot, I just want to start with a 5 or 10 day experience. Watch the video that I did 20 minutes ago. It's below this video. And they just simply start with the pure therapeutic ketones, and we start implementing better foods into their lifestyle, not a diet, because it has the word die in it. Okay, so that's why everybody's systems need a reboot. I do it because I feel great, and the more you do it, your body goes, oh my goodness, I've never felt better. And let me tell you this, we as human beings follow the clock when it says to eat, right? You follow your emotions when it says to eat. You follow all of your habits of you're going out, or you're with friends, you're at the movies, you're in front of the TV. Oh, it's a slumber party night. Oh, it's another birthday party. There's no shortage of anything to celebrate, right? And so the reboot helps you go, the food doesn't have to control me. I'm going to control it. It gives you more focus, taps into your stored fat, helps you feel better, helps you think. You've got like 5 seconds to go, am I hungry or am I not hungry? Should I eat that or should I not eat that? And then it makes you, so there are so many reasons to reboot, or just do an intermittent fasting in general. So I'm not an expert in fasting. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a mom. I am a mom. My husband's a great dad, and we're super passionate about seeing other people feel better because we've never felt better. And I see more and more people not feeling better honestly, it boils down to the food you choose. So drink water, fuel your body the best you can. Don't let the clock or food control you. You control it. That's the point of the reboot or intermittent fasting. The reboot will be available July 1st. So it is not available. We're all starting tonight, but you can't just get it whenever you want. So you watch the KetoMOM page. You can start in July, so a couple weeks. I'll be updating you on how it's going, and I'll share the products with you as we take them, and it's a whole 24-hour ecosystem. So we've got keto tea, keto broth, we've got the Keto Max, and some little capsules that help with DNA repair. And so that's what we do. We drink it, we feel great. Honestly, the hardest part is probably just cooking food for my kids, because it's not that you're not hungry, it's just a different, like, you're not starving. You've got all the electrolytes that you need. It's honestly more of a mental game. That's what it is. It's going, I might be hungry, but it's not like I have to eat. And then you drink your broth and you feel great. So it's pretty powerful. There are so many people having great results. I took some pictures last time, and I will tell you, I could significantly tell in 60 hours, honestly, how my body affects dairy. And I'm not super dairy intolerant, but I could see significant. I don't know if I'm going to share my reboot pictures with you, because I've never shared a picture of my stomach ever in my life. Who wants to see my picture? We'll have to see. I'm not sure if I'll be brave enough to share it with you. But I think it's powerful, and there's lots of people out there sharing their reboot pictures of just how great they feel. So let me know if you have any questions. Private message me if you want to know more about the product that I drink every day. Call it my mom fuel. And in fact, I don't know where it went. Oh, it's right here. You can't see it, but watch the video that I just did. We're sending out some heart tart, and that's it. So I hope that's helpful. If you want, post some questions below, and I can do another Q&A later this week. I'm gonna go finish making my tacos for my awesome dad, who I love, and my pretty awesome husband. And I hope you have a great day. So share again what you're eating this week.